Hi, my name is Fern Langham. I'm a 2008 graduate from Syracuse University, and currently I work at Citigroup in Global Business Resiliency.
Awesome. So was this the plan all along when you were at SU? Was the goal to come to the Big Apple and work at a company as large as Citi is? Or what was your goal while you were in school?
It was a little mix of everything. I was a biomedical engineering major, so originally I wanted to work for Nike and develop prosthetic devices for athletes.
Wow.
And I also sprinkled myself in doing other engineering work. And then I realized I had a passion for business and finance. So I joined Morgan Stanley out of graduation, and then 4 years later I took my career to a new direction at Citigroup. So it's all just been where I am at the right time and where I find my interests evolving. I think you never have your career set in stone. I think it's a constant journey. So I think that's what's really cool for me is I'm developing all my different interests and taking that with me with each next step of my career.
You're a perfect example. I mean, to go and do biomedical engineering, we always tell students you're not married to your major. What's your message to them about that ability to change careers and follow your passion? You know, how has that kind of weaved itself through your career so far?
I think, yes, you're exactly right. You're never married to your major that you chose in college. It's really interesting for me, in fact, too, that I'm always looking for a career, something brand new that I've never done before, and I find it really helpful to just tailor my resume to that and in interviews express my passion. And that's the biggest thing for anyone that's looking to do a career in an area that they might not have that expertise in, but they have the drive and the passion, and employers really see that when you're interviewing for something and you're energetic and you really describe how you can make an impact in that role with either your personality, your work ethic, your energy, your interests. That's really what hits home for interviewers and employers, to know that someone has that drive and that appetite for that position.
Well, as I show folks down Fifth Avenue, as we look at the beautiful view that Fern has from the conference room down to St. Patrick's Cathedral, which is currently under construction, I'll ask, when you were in your interview process and knowing that you were going to be coming to Citi, or hopefully coming, how did you prepare? Because students oftentimes don't do research on the companies. How did you learn about the culture, about what Citi does, about how you would wow them in an interview? What did you go through?
Well, I definitely had that professional experience from Morgan Stanley as well, in knowing, what's going on with the banks. I did a research on, for example, I came from a policies and procedures role at Morgan Stanley, and now I'm in a business continuity, business resiliency role. So I looked at, okay, what current events are happening that really might startle a company, and why might business resiliency be important, whether it's reputational risk or environmental risk. I mean, Hurricane Sandy happened right before I was accepted into my current position. So you realize what questions to ask. You're wondering, okay, what's going on that why do they have this job open? So interviewers want to see that you have some background on the need for the position, and then how your skills can fit that need. So that's a lot of the research that you need to do, is showing why you are the perfect fit and knowing the need.
I know when you were at SU, you were super involved. How important was that to your college experience, and what should students and even alumni who might be pursuing other school know about not making life your schoolwork, that it is about being involved in extracurriculars?
It definitely is very important to be involved and be a very well-rounded candidate. It is important to maintain your GPA, but in retrospect, I'm so happy that I was so involved, because that's where I made connections, that's where I made friends, and that's what my experiences were in business and finance. I didn't major in business and finance, but I was in entrepreneurship club, investment club, activities where I was meeting other students and talking and gaining exposure to other fields, and I was in fun clubs as well. So it's good to get those experiences outside the classroom, because that's where you're really developing your skills and your interpersonal skills, your communication skills, presentation skills. It's not always inside the classroom. So definitely go for that.
When you interact with maybe younger employees or any interns that you might have seen at Morgan Stanley, who are the ones that stick out to you? Like what to you is like, wow, I want her on my team when she graduates? How do they make an impact?
People that are really good team players make an impact for me. So someone who understands that they're part of a team, not someone who's all egotistical and all about I am the best worker and this is all about me and I can rock this project. It's about someone that asks questions and says, okay, how can I get more involved? What do you need help with? How can I learn from you? So someone that asks questions is really engaging and has a magnetic personality. I think it's very important for you as someone looking for a job to realize, you know, how to best interact with other people, because at the end of the day you're working with someone for 10 hours a day, 5 days a week. They become like family, so you want to have that personality and those skills that make people want to work with you. So that's very important.
And finally, when you work 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, and sometimes more than that, how do you find a balance, a work-life balance? Because I think that's so important too, not marrying, you know, your job, but finding time for yourself.
Absolutely. That for me, that is the number one most important priority I have in my life is work-life balance. I make it a priority to do yoga every day or teach yoga every day or work out, something that's for me that makes me happy. I make sure that I do that every day, even if it's not practicing yoga or working out, but maybe cooking for myself or, you know, going to get a mani-pedi or seeing friends for dinner. I mean, I make sure that every night, even if I have a late night at work, I'm coming home and I'm doing something that is making me happy. So at the end of the day, I can say that, you know, I did something for me on top of work. Work is, you know, for you as well, but you want to do something that's a little extra, really nice. So above it all, I put myself and, you know, my well-being in the mix. So definitely do that.
Awesome. Fern, thank you so much. From this beautiful office in Fifth Avenue, we might set up shop here if you don't mind.
Anytime.
I think Syracuse might be calling us back. Thanks so much, Fern. Appreciate it.
Thank you.